Hello everyone and thanks for hanging out with me. This is my Volkswagen ID3 First Edition Plus and this is the Smart #1 Brabus Edition. And today I want to talk about the differences of those two cars. They're priced similarly. I mean, this is a different edition. You can have the normal edition as well. And then I think the Smart is a bit cheaper. So what do you get? You get 150 kilowatt, 204 horsepower motor. You can get 277 horsepower both rear-wheel drive in this car. The Brabus Edition has all-wheel drive, 428 horsepower. Range is very similar, 420 kilometers, 440 in the normal edition, down to 400 kilometers in the Brabus Edition. They charge AC 11 kilowatt, the Brabus Edition 22 kilowatt, normal edition can be 11 kilowatt. And DC peak 130 kilowatt, and here I have seen today 185 kilowatt of DC charging. We all know Volkswagen and ID cars are a bit suffering from the software, and the Smart #1 has a lot of features in the software that look very promising, but I have to say right now it's not working that great again. It's a pre-launch software right now, and so far it's not that amazing. It has again great features, but not overall. It's missing a few things. When it comes to trunk space, Smart is way smaller than in the ID3. ID3 has way more space in the trunk. Back seats is very similar. Front seat space is also similar. The difference is in the ID3 it feels more spacious, where in the Smart #1, because of the big middle console here, you feel a bit cramped, but it's okay. It's not a big problem. You get a way bigger screen in the Smart #1. But it's not angled towards you, it's totally straight, so the passenger can use that too. And in the Smart you can change seat heating and the airflow, not the air, but how much air and temperature right on the screen. Here you can only adjust the temperature. You can do seat heating with a double press on the temperature, but it doesn't work always very well. That's what I felt in my ID3. But the important part is driving. So I drove this car, of course, for a long time. I drove the Smart #1 Brabus Edition today for 2 hours or 3 hours, and last week for 2 hours. And what I feel is that the Smart is not very sophisticated. The regen comes in a delay and then very strong, and then the regen goes away again. So it doesn't go to a standstill. ID3 has not very strong regen, but when it kicks in, it feels smoother. So I don't know. The driving is not. It's not as smooth. And then comes the steering. Steering is okay, even on light. It's not too direct, but it feels like in the middle there's nothing, and then there's a bit more. So again, this doesn't feel very sophisticated. Power in the Brabus, of course, is amazing, but for example today at 67% with a bit of a cold battery, I didn't have full power, and then I charged it up where the battery was warm at 60% and also didn't get full power. So I guess state of charge has to be very high in a warm battery to have the full 430 horsepower here. Cruise control in the #1 is okay. Right now you cannot disable self-steering when you use cruise control, but this should work in the future. ID3, the cruise control is very nice and can be adjusted very nice. Self-steering in the Smart is great. It just felt good. I don't have that, but other ID cars have that, and it also feels very good. Noise level is the big negative of the Smart. At 70 kilometers an hour, you can hear a motor sound from the motor, I guess the rear motor, because I'm not pushing it, I'm driving constant 70, and it's very loud and it's very annoying. And at 100 kilometers an hour, you hear the wind noise and the tire noise very loud. And in the ID3, it's just quiet up to 120. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. I know I'm a Volkswagen fanboy, but I like it quiet and comfy, and the ID3 is just better in this. Suspension is the same thing. Suspension is a bit soft at the Smart. It's a bit jumpy, not strong, but a bit. In the ID3 it's just perfect. It's not jumpy, it's not too hard. It's the perfect suspension, the perfect steering. For me, for my taste, you can have a different taste. And the steering is just amazing and stable, and I don't have that in the Smart. Yeah, but I have more power, and is that so much more important? Of course, software, we all know software in the ID cars are not that amazing when it comes to updating, and there are problems and everything, and we don't know yet if the Smart will have problems with that because nobody has the car yet, but very soon. Okay, but that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.